Hey guys, we're going to be watching a video that my sister made. I'm using Microsoft Edge because it shows it for this.
Screen record.
I
just screen recorded it. I just was playing around with Rivals. So.
Were you playing your voice? Wait, you
No,
have a YouTube channel? I'm going to subscribe.
Okay.
It's unlisted? You guys can't watch this ever.
That's why it's a special.
This is a special video that only the people watching this video can watch. Well, this is boring. I'm gonna watch one of
No,
these
don't
videos.
you dare! It gets interesting. It's about people fighting. It's about people fighting.
Okay, I'll finish reacting when I'll
Okay,
watch.
no, you're not.
Oh
you're
yeah,
not
I'll do
watching
it
it.
when I'm finished watching this.
I will post a 1 hour long video on my YouTube channel.
Confusion Z Gamer, he is an absolute goat.
Yeah, he is. He's an absolute goat.
Watch his videos, they are amazing. But we're gonna be reacting to.
Why are you
Baby's
reacting to
Nightmare
reaction?
Circus.
It's a reaction to a reaction. It's a new hit thing. It's a reaction to a reaction.
You should probably react to my thing first, because mine is like 13 minutes long. You'll be able to finish it quickly.
After this one video.
I will stab you with a pen.
Ah!
Just do it quickly.
No!
I'm just trying to press the play button. Jeez, dude.
That's crazy. It's already paused. No!
We're watching the video.
No, we're not!
Your mouse is kind of somewhere else.
Mute is on. Oh, no, stop! Ow! That was my spleen!
What? Sorry, you grabbed my arm, so the best way to get rid of someone grabbing your arm is to tickle them. Are you gonna unmute yourself?
Barely hear the video.
Are you gonna unmute yourself?
I'm not muted. This video is...
Please corner.
I have a song that I would like to say.
And there's BB's, Neat Me, Sickest, the Peas Corner, and Steer
The Icy
Ticket.
Road song. Join me.
You
You know the Icy Road song? I'll get you the lyrics.
No school song? Oh yeah! Icy
Icy
Roads!
Road.
We have a 5-day
Take me
weekend!
home.
Because we missed
To
Thursday, and now it's
place.
Friday for us, which,
Oh,
and since Monday is Family Day, that means we don't
It's not
learn
Family
for
Day,
5
it's
days.
Heritage Day.
Huh?
It's Heritage Day.
Heritage Day or something.
Okay, you want to sing the song of whatever it is?
Is it copyrighted?
No,
No.
because it's
Let's sing it.
yeah, because I made it. Okay, so it's here. Icy road, keep me home at the place I belong. No more learning.
It's like West.
Well, no poop. That's exactly what's
What is
supposed
Brum
to
saying in it?
be. Nightmare.
This is what it just do.
You stare at map peoples. Okay. I'm just gonna go read now. Oh yeah, you'll never guess. My report that I made on a person in Roblox got like acted upon. And it was I've given 3 reports, and apparently I'm in the top 10%. Maybe Roblox people just don't report things. It's kind of worrying. I don't even know which one they acted on.
Okay, let's find a common ground. We're both annoying. Okay, so that worked.
Wait, that actually exists?
Nightmare Glenrock pretty actually exists? What? Oh, my desktop audio is so low. So quiet. Take me home to the place I got home, West Virginia. Wait, no, that was the wrong one. Ah!
Icy
Ah!
Road.
No! Don't take
Marion, bro, I've seen all these and I've never given me a scare. The only thing that give me a scare is boom, 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 boom. Bro looks like a middle-aged dad who's just tired of like raising his kids. Like, bro, you need a babysitter.
Perfect, too. It's like it perfectly fits.
Whoa, Chica. She has no teeth. She can't bite.
Fat Chica. Chica's always fat.
Like
Chica's there.
overweight Chica.
What the
Wait,
scene?
Chica. Already.
Scene sort of gave me nightmares like Urban Spook. Remember that? I am never watching Urban Spook again.
To form hyper-realistic with actual like.
Let me continue. Let me do this joke. Chica was already fat. Oh, hey, Chica, I didn't see you there.
I'm pretty sure Chica was fatter in
When
that
I just.
I couldn't sleep for a few days after that. It's been a while. It's actually no, it's been a few months after. It's like been 2 months.
Wow, the one
February. That was it's been a year since that.
But there's 39
Circus
people watching.
for newbies.
Yeah, no, liked it.
Guys,
Watch it, not like
subscribe and like below.
Dang, okay. That's cool. I've never played a
Gamer
game
is
that doesn't have
kinda-
nights in it. I mean, it still might. Maybe there's just 11 of them.
Like
Oh, look at that little
Child.
Oh, that's gonna be so
not
cool.
like
That's
in
gonna be a lot of fun.
romantic way. I mean like it's meant to lure children.
He
So
was
that they
one of the
watch it.
inspirations for me to become a YouTuber. Don't you dare do those
They
things.
also have these
He
little-
is
There
a-
are better YouTubers.
He's
But
a
that's my
goat.
personal opinion. It's just that I prefer like
Oh wow, look at that.
less so that kind of horror. And
This was made like in 2020 or 2021 or 2022.
Yeah, I haven't watched him in a while.
2022?
I also unsubscribed.
What
Sorry,
happened?
this is seen as removed.
I got it. Flash.
Somebody born in 2000 is 25 or 20.
So you have to click that bottom part. All right, so let's flash our flashlight.
You're 25 or 24.
All right, so is that
Actually,
third section?
I'm not.
Interesting. Okay, wow.
Interesting.
I saw that.
I was checking the I don't remember. I know we did this one, but
I didn't do anything.
same sort of thing.
Yeah, but
This is the problem with not recording actual.
I'm just gonna do this.
You can't actually tell what's happening. Sorry if I'm like.
Nobody
making
can tell what's
You have to
happening.
wait.
Nobody can tell what's happening. This is my YouTube
He's
channel.
kicking me. Ah. He's not actually kicking me.
No.
I already have it there.
Try and light into their eyes until they stop. I'd love to hear either. So let's go ahead and head back out.
Bitty Badge
So
and
that's a little
the
introduction.
Bitty Badge.
No.
Very left.
You're not going anywhere with your
It's like I need to fix my Stream Deck. Stream Deck, wake up. Okay.
Let's react to my reaction. Actually, no. Let's just go back to this. This is annoying. I'd rather react to a different one of my videos. How about... Let's react to the cursed pool table. Took a little while for me to make... Oh, what is happening in Kansas City in that? Okay, let's continue watching this video. It took me a while to make this video. Get all the music too. There was initially a first part, but I did not add it. We're just gonna react to a bunch of different videos. That camera is how I recorded it flying. And I'm on the outside.
Oh man, that was crazy. I better get going to my grandparents' house. And this is a creepy house. Man, why did I even go here? I have to go inside. So where is Grandma? She is asleep, but I don't know. So I got something really cool to show
This is
you.
terrible. I see why nobody is watching.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue this series in a new video.
This is the cool thing that I wanted to show you. Wow, it's so cool! I've always wanted a pool table. Well, you can have it, but beware the curse of Whatchapapoo.
Whatchamapoo?
Curse, Smurf. Just put it in my trunk.
I remember just Whatchamapoo very vividly. Very.
Whoa, that is an amazing pool table. It looks so good. Ooh, got time to get to bed. Ooh, I am the ghost of your pool table. I died and cursed it, and I am now haunting it. I died in a fire. Oh man, this is a good day. I had a nice sleep. I wonder what that was. Oh my God, not again! Ah! I did this because I died in a fire, and whoever owns this, their house will explode, will catch on fire. I should just get to work. Oh no. Not again. Hey, I don't think I know what's causing this. It was you. You caused this. I just saw you. You finally figured it out. Well, I want to stay here unless you throw it out. Well, then I'm throwing it out. Right now. That take cares of that. That take cares of that.
I take cares of that. He messed up.
Damn, yeah, miss. That's all, folks. See you next video. Bye.
Ads. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not on Firefox, so I get ads.
I can't get enough love.
First, they're sour. And then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
What do I do if I see that if I were to play this thing? River. You pervert.
Priver is a rare variation of the Husky Pet in Wildcraft, the Husky Pet being one of many small companions that you can equip to fight with you, whether you choose to play in single player or multiplayer in the game. Priver is a very recent occurrence to
Oh, no,
Wildcraft,
Priver.
with the first reported incident of its existence.
He's a priv. So he's a
Existence
priver.
being just at the beginning of this winter.
Priver or priver?
It's unknown what exactly
Yeah, I
caused
said that
Priver
joke
to
20
exist.
It's
One
unfunny
unlikely possibility is that Priver is a result of a sick joke by the game's developers, but seeing as this would be very out of character for them as well as damaging to their reputation, it's most likely that, and should be assumed that, Priver is simply the result of a hacker coding it into the game. Whatever the cause of this entity is, it's important for players to be aware of it, what it
I
does,
got clay on my
and how they can
fingers.
keep themselves safe and their data safe by avoiding Priver. Priver
Priver!
looks entirely identical to the
Think of
Husky
Quiver,
Pet,
and then
that
say-
being a
and then
black and
place
white husky
C.
pup with blue eyes,
Quiver.
although there are other ways to tell the two apart.
Quiver. Oh,
First
it's
of all,
Quiver.
Priver seems
Quiver. Oh! No seeing
Seemingly cannot be obtained through any other type of chest other than a common chest. Of course, we don't know why that is for sure yet, but he has never been obtained through any other type of chest so far. If you obtain Priver through any other type of chest, or by any other means at all, for all that matter, please be sure to report that. It should be noted that players who open chests while being the animal wolf and having this skin will give them a significantly higher chance of receiving prior through a chest than any other type of animal or skin.
Prior! It's
So
Priver,
no one
not
is
Pri-
exactly sure why
it's
this is.
Priver, not prior.
If you do find yourself unfortunate enough to obtain Priver through a chest, it will look like this on screen. Normally, when you obtain the normal husky pet through a chest, it will look like this. Notice how you can see the rarity? Notice the way that it's posed. Priver, unlike regular husky pets, will not appear to have a rarity of any kind, and will appear to be staring at the player with an open mouth, as opposed to standing faced slightly away from the player like its counterpart. Some players have reported that Priver will occasionally blink or make movements to indicate that it is breathing, but no evidence of this have been recorded yet. The most obvious way to tell if you have received Priver is what happens after you receive it from a chest. If this happens, Priver will automatically be equipped to your inventory, and no matter which pet you try to switch it to, it will always automatically switch right back to Priver. No matter what your pet's name was previously, if you receive Priver, the name will be switched to Priver, and clicking on the name to change it will do nothing. Now that you know how to properly recognize what it would look like if you were to receive Priver, it's important to know what it does and how it will affect your game based off of a few variables. We're now about to discuss what Priver does and what you'll need to know to keep yourself safe from it.
Will be good for my gameplay? And should I make a video about getting it?
If you
Maybe.
join a game while you have
If it
obtained
doesn't have my
Priver,
phone, then I will do
Priver
it.
will automatically be equipped to follow you around whichever map you choose to play on,
If I
and
ever get
will
that, I'm gonna
affect your
do
game
multiplayer
differently
for this.
whether you choose to play in multiplayer or single player. During multiplayer gameplay, if Priver is equipped to you, it will cause major lag to whichever game that you join. You may experience glitches, such as the music of a map being replaced by the Winter Forest map's wind zones, bosses not appearing, being unable to eat animals that have died, and Priver may occasionally perform emotes, specifically the eating or dying emote, all on its own. You may see chat messages from other players that say things such as, "It's hungry," "Feed it," and "Don't let it starve." If you confront the player that the chat appears to be from about what they're saying, they will often respond with confusion and claim that they never said those things, and any other player around will often claim that the player didn't say anything like that either. With all of the glitches, lag, and odd occurrences that happen when you play on multiplayer with Priver, most players may be tempted to play in single player instead, but doing this is highly cautioned against when Priver is equipped. If a player does decide to play on single player on any map, their lag will be fixed, although other strange things will occur. While, as was just stated, it is true that the strange things I'm about to explain can occur on any map, it should be noted that these things tend to happen more quickly and more frequently if you choose to play in the Winter Forest map, or if you choose to play as the skin mentioned earlier for the wolf.
Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are thumping.
Like many things regarding Priver, no one is exactly sure why this is either.
Because he's a
Regardless
husky.
of which map you choose, when you enter single player with Priver, the first thing you may notice is you will not be able to hunt with your family or a buddy. If you leave your den, it will be just you and your pet, which will of course be Priver. The next thing a player will likely notice is that there will be no animals around to hunt. You may begin to hear faint noises such as crunching, growling, chewing, and snapping. Then, the animal you are playing as will display a variety of strange behaviors that it can't normally do during normal gameplay, especially when it's within close proximity to Priver. When near Priver, your animal may begin to shiver, sniff the air, make gagging sounds, or even walk away from Rotor without you pressing any buttons. While it is discouraged for a player to even
There's so many
consider
mispronunciation.
playing in single player while Priver is equipped,
Mispronunciation.
this stage is where you should absolutely not
You need to fix your gray mirror. Your gray mirror. That's what you need to fix.
stay past. If your animal begins to display the behaviors that were just explained, please
You need
leave
to
the
fix
game
your gray
immediately.
mirror.
For those curious, and for educational purposes, here is what will happen if you decide to stay. First, your animal shivering will become more and more apparent, to the point where they slow down. They will not be able to run or walk fast anymore. If you are playing as a bird, they will no longer be able to fly. Your animal will continue to slow down until it collapses, doing this emote. At this point, you can no longer control your animal, and Priver will begin to approach it. Once Priver has gotten close enough to be standing over your animal, it will transform into a tall, skinny version of itself and unhinge its jaw. At this point, your screen will become black, but the game is still running as you can still hear the sounds of Arctic winds, shortly after followed by the sounds of chewing and crunching. This will continue for about a minute or so. Whether you choose to wait this out or simply leave the game and rejoin, you will find yourself at the menu with a new notification. Priver has eaten. It is still hungry, but has left to look elsewhere for more food. If you then check the type of animal you were playing as, you will be met with its young form instead of the family that you earned. This means that, for the species that you chose to play as, that family will be deleted and you will have to start over at level 0 for that animal.
Oh.
Although, for now, it is unfortunately seemingly impossible to completely avoid receiving Priver without never opening chests, there is still a way to keep your animals and your data safe if you do receive him. For an unknown reason, if you choose not to play in single player for about 1 month, eventually you will join the game and receive this notification stating that Priver has starved. After receiving this notification, if you then check your inventory and go into pets, you will notice that your pet's name has returned to whatever it was before receiving Priver, and you will now have a normal husky pet. You will also be able to choose which pet you want to equip again, and will be able to change the name. All of your data and animals will be unchanged and unharmed, and you will no longer experience any sort of glitches or strange behavior that Priver caused. There have been no reports of any players receiving Priver for a second time after they have managed to starve it, so you will likely be completely safe after if you act with the right course of action.
If I just never played a game. You don't need a summary.
So you think you know Wix?
We're
Do
gonna
you
hunt
really?
for all of these in a future video, maybe. If I can find
First
it on a
up, we've
computer,
got
I will proceed the hunt, because I do not want my computer hacked.
Wildcraft is an animal simulator game that was released on January 23rd.
Okay, well, at least we know that we can do that.
In
YouTube
2018
video of
by
me trying
Turbo
to get
Rocket
them.
Games.
We found later.
For the most part, the gameplay gives the player the choice to do what they'd like, but the main goal is to unlock and choose from a variety of animals to play as well as level them up to make them stronger, either by yourself in the single-player mode or with people through multiplayer. Although the game is targeted towards a younger audience and is generally intended to be a family-friendly and appropriate game, many stories of disturbing encounters on the game have spread, some of them even turning out to be true, while others are just scary stories. True or not, these stories have been given the title of Wildcraft Creepypastas by the community. Wildcraft creepypastas have been
Wait,
a
that'll actually
popular
be
subject within the game's
Decade of Horror
community for
in
about half a
3
decade now,
years.
sparking numerous stories across the
Well, and
internet
around.
of scary encounters with different entities that are rumored or in some cases really have existed within the game. Yes, again, the number is small, but a few creepypastas really do, or at least did, exist within the game. If you watch my last video going over the Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition equivalent
Me and my
to
friends tried to
Wildcraft
summon them.
creepypastas,
We'll try to
which are
summon the
called
Barn Twins.
NPCs instead of creepypastas, you may remember how some players of that game created a side community dedicated to searching for these entities. Well, you probably wouldn't be surprised to know that there is also a group of people within the Wildcraft community who search for its many creepypastas, myself included. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, my name is Violet, and I make lots of content surrounding Wildcraft creepypastas and disturbing entities within similar games. So, it's safe to say that today's video is by someone who has been well informed since the very beginning of Wildcraft creepypastas. Today, I'm going to take you through a list of all well-known creepypastas surrounding Wildcraft, trying to stay as accurate to the timeline of them as possible.
You guys, I want to get some creepy food. They wanna be because I'm so hungry.
Hi. I'm setting up my video because I recorded it in quite a few miniature parts. So I have to wait for this thing to finish uploading so I can actually upload the video.
Use OBS and CapCut. It's what I use.
I don't use that. I just recorded it.
OBS is good because
I have 22 minutes of content.
I've been using OBS. You can use OBS for content. If you can use CapCut for 20 minutes long content. I use OBS for my video, for my Fusion Team Gamer video.
Finish my reading. I'm reading while I wait
Ghost
for it to upload.
Fox is the very first Wildcraft creepypasta, existing for around 5 years at the time of this video's publication. Despite her age, she still holds the title of one of the most well-known Wildcraft creepypastas to date, up there with Larona and Spawn Code. She is said to appear as a fox with gray skin and white eyes, although
Okay, so I've got something to read after I finish my only 7 episodes of this today. I have like
though
10
some people
episodes
describe
left.
her as
Anything else
looking
to
a
read?
bit
Anything
differently,
different?
such as having red eyes instead of white and having scarring all over her body. She was very popular around the year 2019 when she was first spotted, supposedly appearing at random in either the Wild Plains map or the Winter Forest map. To find her, people would say players had to play as a fox in either one of those maps and set your skin to gray to match hers before creating a server in multiplayer so that you are alone. Despite this, however, people would often search for Ghost Fox with their friends present. She was rumored to be a glitch or simply something that the developers added to the game as a creepy Easter egg. Others speculate that she was a real ghost that haunted the game, and countless other stories have come out of her rumored existence. Personally, I believe that Ghost Fox is a hoax. I have personally searched for her numerous times to no avail, and there seems to be lots of faked content surrounding her. Not only that, but exact details about her are practically non-existent. After doing further research than what I already knew, it seems like no one knows who started the rumor of her existence, and no one can seem to agree on what her appearance is. No one knows of her origins or what she even is, and some people say that you can hack your account, while others say that she'll just stand there and do nothing. So it's not even known exactly what she does other than simply appear. In addition to all of that, no one can even agree on her name. She is generally referred to as Ghost Fox, yes, but other people have called her iBeta125 and Rule. Despite being likely faked from the very beginning, Ghost Fox served as the beginning of a long series of disturbing stories shared within the game's community. Larona, like
I'm just gonna
Ghost Fox is also a fox, though she is much more interesting and consistent than her counterpart, if I can even call them counterparts. Larona is a more threatening entity, as when summoned correctly, she will delete your entire account if you don't act quickly enough. Larona is a dark red fox with white eyes, appearing in a strangely dark patch of forest located in the farm map, and has a strange ritual that is required to have her appear. To summon her successfully, you must enter single player, join the farm, and leave your family in the den so that you are alone. Once outside, the player is required to hunt for 2 cows, 1 goat, and 3 hens in any order that they would like. Once the player is finished, return to the den and choose to sleep until it turns night. Once dark outside, spam the button that changes from sword to shield. That button decides whether your family stays inside the den when you leave or follows you outside. You need to spam it 10 times, and by the 10th, it should appear as the sword. Seeing the sword means that your family will stay inside and will not follow you when you leave. Once you've spammed that button, go outside and head for the dark patch of the woods. You need to go to this specific spot on the map, but the catch is that you cannot open the map for directions. You need to learn and remember the exact spot before you start the summoning process. On the way there, it should begin to rain. This is a sign that you have done everything correctly so far, and that if you continue, she will appear. Once you are in the right spot, sit down and set your camera to the first-person mode and then face this tree. Wait there for exactly 30 seconds and do not move. Then, when you turn around, she should be in front of you, giving you 2 options. What you should do is quickly open your menu and stay in it for a few seconds. When you close the menu again, Larona should be gone. If you decide to do nothing, she will delete your account. Only she won't, because she can't. Larona is another myth, and she does not actually exist and will not spawn even if you follow all of these steps correctly. As disappointing as this may sound for some, maybe this next creepypasta will help raise your spirits.
they're sour. And then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids.
Please welcome an absolutely new Crossout, a free-to-play multiplayer action game about battles and cool vehicles in a post-apocalyptic world.
Spawn code 37R8EHO, or more simply titled Spawn Code, is around as old as Ghost Fox is. Only Spawn Code, unlike Ghost Fox, is entirely real and not a hoax. Spawn Code was an all-black Link that could show up in just about any map that was in the game at the time. He was able to both sink through the map's ground and float in the air, was extremely fast, and could attack the player as if they were dueling. Interestingly enough, I personally believe I have met Spawn Code myself years before I even started my channel, though looking back on it, it may have been a player merely pretending, as some things that people claim does not line up with what Spawn Code told me and others who were in the server at the time. See, the player that I met that claimed he was Spawn Code claimed that he was not a hacker, but instead he was simply someone who found a glitch that no one else knew about. Instead of hacking, what he would do is enter the Battle Arena map, which, for those unaware, is...
It's London bad!
You should probably mute yourself. I need to ask you about that. And you're making a video, right?
I am making a video!
So can you, like, pause it?
Okay, we're back. We don't know what it is. It may have been a flute lesson, but it wasn't because it's Friday.
I haven't checked.
Call.
Okay, I gotta disconnect my headphones from this.
is a map where players can freely attack each other without needing to ask permission to duel. From there, he would perform some kind of glitch that would make his character in both the battle arena and whichever map he chose at the same time. So, he would enter a server in a second map, but because his character was also technically still in the battle arena, he was able to attack players who were playing in maps where you would normally need to duel them first. This was also how he claimed to be able to go into the air and under the ground of certain maps, because his character wasn't walking on the same floor as the map he appeared to be in, but he was instead walking on the layout of the battle arena.
Okay, so it was a scam call about an iPhone, even though she doesn't have, her iPhone isn't that, and she doesn't even have her credit card attached because she doesn't even have a credit card because you can't afford a credit card.
Actually,
Arena map. All of this made sense, but some players have claimed that they've been hacked by Spawn Code before, and I have seen convincing videos where Spawn Code is able to run faster than he probably should be able to. So, my personal theory is that he may have used both glitches and hacks to frighten players, but I personally do not believe he's ever hacked into the accounts of other players. Either way, Spawn Code has not been seen in years, and it is believed that he has quit the game. I believe the glitch he used has been patched ages ago, so it's likely he may just play as a normal player now under a new name. Regardless, it's nice to know that all of these stories actually aren't all made up, and I do personally find it a little amusing that a real player used to use harmless tactics just for the sake of scaring kids in a video game.
In the beginning, there was blood.
This isn't really a scene attention breaker.
You never forget your first crime.
Dexter: Original Sin.
You never forget.
New series now
your
streaming
first YouTube
exclusively on
and they know
Paramount
it's so
Plus.
cringy.
Skyscanner's a beaut. Searches billions of prices, so we always find epic deals on the best hotels.
Jingle, 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 jingle. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Back to mere stories, Jingle is, in my opinion, the most threatening of all creepypastas, which is a little ironic because of his name being silly. Jingle is a wolf with a gray, common skin, black eyes, and an unnatural smile that makes the corner of his lips appear pulled back. Jingle appears extremely rarely in the Winter Forest map, but only late at night around 1 AM to 3 AM. He is extremely fast and may do a variety of things to your account, and even you if you are unlucky enough to encounter him. Yes, I said you. Jingle is able to remove your account, but more interestingly, he is the only creepypasta most known to cause danger to the actual player. If a player encounters him in-game, they will soon hear a knock at their window. After that, their home will be broken into and they will be abducted before losing their life. Although this, of course, would imply that Jingle has a physical form, it has never been seen or described before, likely because Jingle is not real. As completely surprising as this may be, there is no
What's the
evil
important scene?
or displayed natural smile that makes the corner of his lips appear pulled back. Jingle appears extremely rarely in the Winter Forest map, but only late at night around 1 AM to 3 AM. He is extremely fast and may do a variety of things to your account, and even you if you are unlucky enough to encounter him. Yes, I said you. Jingle is able to remove your account, but more interestingly, he is the only creepypasta most known to cause danger to the actual player. If a player encounters him in-game, they will soon hear a knock at their window. After that, their home will be broken into and they will be abducted before losing their life. Although this, of course, would imply that Jingle has a physical form, it has never been seen or described before, likely because Jingle is not real. As completely surprising as this may be, there is no evil entity named Jingle that will come to your address if you encounter him in an animal simulator. You are completely safe to play this game without worrying about him.
I'll kill him. If I was able to kill Grimace after I drink a Grimace shake, I'll be fine. Nidhogg.
Nidhogg is an odd and eerie creepypasta, yes, but it is more interesting than anything else. Nidhogg is widely considered to be a Wildcraft creepypasta by the community, but in reality, he is more of a bizarre entity that appears as a glitch. A real glitch. That's right, Nidhogg is another creepypasta that is real, it is not made up, and I believe can still be found in the game to this day. By messing around with the game menu while playing multiplayer, if you want to know exactly how, here are some videos that offer tutorials. It is possible to break the layout of it, making everything appear as glitched and off. More interestingly than everything else wrong here, if the player opens their character customization up during this, they will not be met with their own character like they are supposed to. Instead, they will be met with this tiger, who is, for some reason, named Nidhogg. Nidhogg used to appear as a tiger in blue pajamas, although he was changed a few months ago to wear a black and red suit for some unknown reason instead. Aside from being real, another thing that I personally like about this creepypasta is that it is absolutely harmless. Nidhogg is not dangerous in the slightest, just odd. He was clearly just designed to be a placeholder for the developers. In fact, this is likely what most of the different things in the menu are when it's glitched like this. For the fact that it is real and harmless, I would absolutely recommend anyone interested in finding real creepypastas in video games to encounter Nidhogg for themselves. That appear is an odd and eerie creepypasta, yes, but it is more interesting than anything else.
How do I meet him?
Nidhogg is widely considered to be a Wildcraft creepypasta by the community, but in reality, he is more of a bizarre entity that appears as a glitch. A real glitch. That's
Drowned wolf? That's like Ben drowned! Wait, my name is Ben. My name is not.
Drowned Wolf is a pretty self-explanatory creepypasta by his name, said to be the spirit of a boy who was drowned by his own friends. Drowned Wolf is a wolf with the rare gray and white skin, a scar over his face, and white eyes. There is a bit of a process to find him, and even if you follow all of the steps correctly in order to make him appear, it's highly unlikely that he will actually spawn. To simplify the summoning process, the player must enter the Wild Plains map and hunt an animal that they can grab and bring over to the beach, almost as a sort of offering or sacrifice. After this has been done, the player must then walk along the shore and search for him. If you manage to beat the odds and find him, he will drag your character into the ocean and...
I got a baseball bat! I can beat the odds! Now where's odds? There you are, odds!
I think I was odds.
Huh?
Why do you think I was odds?
Wait, you're odds?
drown it.
Yeah,
It's said that he does this...
Odds! So there's 2 odds, so we gotta beat 2 odds.
out of revenge against his friends, though since the players aren't exactly its friends, it's likely that he just drowns anyone that he can find in hopes that they just happen to be his old friends. If he does manage to drown your character, you will lose it forever, meaning all of your process and levels on it will be forever lost. Drowned Wolf is, of course, another made-up story, or at least he's never been captured on camera, confirmed to exist by the developers, or had any content surrounding him that isn't either faked or just for documentary and entertainment purposes.
Wix.
Go from homemade recipe to household name.
Hey, flip it upside down, it becomes Zim? How do you pronounce X? How to...
Okay, it's better I just go
Zimmy.
over there and
Who named their child Zimmy? Zimmy, not Zimmy. Not Zimmy. If I ever encounter Jingle, me and you are gonna fight him because he's gonna try to kill us both.
Leave me out of it.
He's gonna also kidnap you.
Oh, it's so great that school is canceled today, because then you get the 5-day weekend and I don't have to present my vision board.
And I don't have to present my presentation. And now I don't have to present my presentation. And now I and now we have an entire weekend to.
No, what do you mean? You have the whole entire school.
Before I let this part of the video go on, I'm going to interrupt my script to make an important update that happened while I was editing for this video. Soon, you are going to hear me credit this YouTube account on screen for being the original creator of Leaf the Fox, though, as you can see, they have recently taken down all of their content for unknown reasons and claims to be restarting their channel, merely on a break at the moment. So, while I will still be crediting them for the original story, as it is theirs, you will no longer be able to view it. I also ask that viewers of this video please leave this creator alone, as they've put in their bio that they want to be undisturbed for the time being. Thank you. Leaf is a story originally made by Galaxy Kitson on YouTube. It is likely that if you are watching this video, you have also seen my video on Leaf the Fox, so I will have to clarify that my story is not the same as the original one. It was merely inspired by it. So, if you hear me describe Leaf differently than what you've heard before on this channel, keep in mind that my story of Leaf and the original story of Leaf are different. They are both not real, but today I am going to cover just the original story. It's stated in the original story that Leaf had been around since the beginning of the game, which would technically make her even older than Ghost Fox by about 1 year. But again, this is just a story that was made about 2 years ago, so that's why I put it so far up the list. Leaf is a fox that was described as looking similar to Ghost Fox, only their skin was much more distorted and was clearly not an actual skin that you could normally acquire from the game. It had strange scarring and was a strange red color, appearing almost as if it had its fur torn off and was just left with skin. Leaf was able to hack players' accounts, kick them from the game, and somehow even affect the life of real players and the luck that they had. Players who encountered Leaf experienced things such as severe and dangerous weather events. Their family members would get into life-threatening accidents, or their pets would lose their lives. Leaf had apparently affected so many players that they complained to the developers, so much so that one developer looked into getting Leaf removed and strangely lost their life the very moment that they were about to remove this entity. It's safe to say that if Leaf were real, they would most likely be a serious threat to both players of the game and their peers and relatives. If you would like to see the full original story, this is where to find it. And if you would like to see my own version, this is a video to look for on my channel.
Shut up! I'm just trying to watch a video with a bunch of tension.
And then they're sweet.
First they're sweet, then they're sour.
Player 543 first appeared as a horse with a common grayish skin, black eyes, and oddly enough, a party hat. Unlike some creepypastas, which are said to be caused by spirits or glitches, the original person to claim that they discovered player 543, evercoda.wcue, claimed that player 543 is instead a hacker. There is an entire series of this creepypasta documented by this YouTuber, so if you are interested in seeing the original story be told for yourself, I recommend checking out some of their videos. But to make a long series short, this creator claims that they were playing in the Winter Forest map one day when they saw a strange horse in single player and realized that it was actually another player by seeing its username, player 543. Knowing that it was Hacker, because normally there is no way for other players to join your world in single player, they left that game and switched to the Wild Plains map to play instead, only the horse somehow appeared there as well. The horse did many things to mess with Evercoda and their account over a period of time, and they've had multiple interactions with each other before. Even stranger, this hacker would often ask them answers to math questions, and is just an interesting person in general. Personally, I can't say whether this creepypasta is real or not. I do have reason to be skeptical about this one, but the creator does not claim that Player 543 is fake, and even made their content seem as if it were real. So while I am personally very doubtful, I am not going to outright call any creator a liar, because at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal, and I am personally not able to confirm whether or not it was real.
Okay.
To conclude our list, I have chosen the most popular recent creepypasta, which is actually made by myself. Player Avarice is an NPC that was coded into the game by an ex-developer, now hacker, who had decided to ruin the developers' careers by scaring and threatening players off of the app. This hacker created an NPC that would enter single-player games and force them to stare at it as it stood there and unhinged its jaw until it sank beneath the game's ground. If that alone wasn't enough to scare the player away from the game, the NPC, named Player Avarice, would then not only do the exact same thing if the player tried to rejoin the single-player mode again, but it would also do far worse if they tried joining the multiplayer mode instead. If the player wanted to join multiplayer, Player Avarice would immediately join to whichever server they picked, and would start spamming that player's personal information into the chat for other people to see. If that still, somehow, was not enough to deter the player away from playing Wildcraft, then their account would permanently be banned from the game a certain amount of time after encountering Player Avarice. Of course, there are many creepypastas that have come from Wildcraft's existence, and because of this, naturally, some of them were left out of this video. This video was simply a documentation of some of the most popular ones, and if I missed any that you are personally interested in, please feel free to speak of them in the comments and share which ones your favorites are. Some creepypastas that I did not cover in this video can be found with videos dedicated to just them on my channel, so feel free to have a look.
Let's go watch the last video on the series. You
want the most out of life, and realize what you're looking for is already in you.
Oh, this is a military act. The
Canadian Armed Forces.
I'm not joining the army. I got a YouTube channel to manage.
Hi everyone, it's Violet, and welcome back to another Wildcraft creepypasta hunting video, where today I'm going to be looking for the Forgotten Bull. Now, this was a very highly requested creepypasta for me to look for, and apparently it's one of those ones that can put your game data at risk, so this is going to be interesting. This is also going to be like a tutorial on like how to summon him.
Wildcraft, this is hunting. Well guys, I'm going to have to see you later. Guys, I'm going to have to see you later. At 1.5 speed, I'm going to make it faster, but I'm going to have to see you next time. Goodbye.